Hey guys, it's Ollie from East of England Paddlesports. Today we're going to be taking a look at these two Hatha paddles that I've been sent. Look at them, they look pretty cool. So yeah, let's check them out. Okay, so the first paddle that we're going to look at is this Hatha GEO paddle. It's a 50% carbon paddle, which means it has a 50% shaft, 100% carbon handle, and a composite blade. Now this has got probably the coolest image I've seen on a paddle. If I can try and show you both sides. It's digitally printed on, so it shouldn't scratch off or anything. You can see it's quite a big blade. We'll talk about that in a second. So you've got the normal carbon kind of T-grip handle. Something I really like on this paddle is actually that this handle is quite small. I feel like I can hold on to this quite nicely. So far this is probably my favourite handle that I've seen on a paddle. Usual clasp. Something I've noticed, it's got these centimetre markings going along. These don't seem to represent anything except the height that this part of the handle is out. So I've been using this paddle and the other one, and I've been setting it at about 30 centimetres. Nice tight grasp. I did have to tighten up the screws, but I would always recommend checking that. Quite a nice colouring on the shaft there with the Hatha logo. This is a 3-piece paddle, so it has, again, a nice, quite a thin clasp, so they don't weigh too much. And then let's take a look at the blade. So as you can see, it is quite a big blade. It's probably one of the bigger blades that I've used. I'm not sure if you can see this. It has quite a wide part here, which is where I guess the paddle joins, or the blade joins. I'm not sure if this is something that's going to get in the way. I guess it could also be protection. It does make the paddle feel slightly blade heavy. I don't think I've seen a more colourful design. Guessing this has been kind of aimed towards the female market, but I had no issues taking this out. Makes you stand out quite well. Paddle itself, I just weighed it. It comes in around about 770 grams. So for a 50% carbon paddle, that's quite light. I think you're probably going to more buy this for the design, but I think it is quite a nice paddle. Like I said, that handle is nice. On the Hatha website, this is about £155. It does have this inlay here, actually, which I forgot to mention, that slides into this clasp, and it stops all of the wiggle. There is actually no movement on this paddle whatsoever. I did have to tighten those screws, like I said, just to get it that solid. Cool, so yeah, this is the Hatha GEO paddle. Go check it out. Okay, so the second paddle that we have from Hatha is the Pro Carbon 3-piece 100% carbon paddle. Now this has a really nice design as well. I think it looks wicked. It's in completely matte black, so there's not any markings on this like on the Geo paddle. Everything else is exactly the same. So you've got this same handle, which I really rate. It's really comfortable, it's really soft. You've got the same clasps with that same inlet bit there. So there's no wiggle room on this. Same markings. Again, I set that to about 30 centimeters. That is only the distance that's out from the handle, and that gives me the extra that I would use to paddle. I believe this comes in a 2-piece as well, which would make it lighter. I've just weighed it. It comes in about 660 grams, so it is a really lovely light carbon paddle. Again, it has these quite big bits on the side where the paddle joins. Again, not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I didn't really notice it. Andy noticed it straight away, and we kind of both decided that the paddle did feel a little bit blade heavy. But it is a nice big blade. It has a lot of power through the water. It cuts in really nice, and there's a good bit of flex in both of these paddles. This on the Hatha website retails for about £175. Again, for a nice big powerful carbon paddle, I'd say that's well worth checking out. So yeah, thanks Hatha for sending these. We like them. If you want to try any of these at any of our events, you can absolutely grab one, and you can test it out for yourself. See you on the water soon. Join the Facebook group East of England Paddlesports, and keep an eye out for a website that's coming soon.